G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is Slugbuster, a year and a half late because, you know, better late than never, get around to it. So everyone and their mother's probably already done this and also forgotten about this, but I'm going to use it today because I haven't used this thing yet. And when I sided with the raiders on my first character doing the raider thing, I did make friends with Rara, which is how you get this thing. Through the Vault Raid, you gotta make friends with the discount Tiny Tina when you find her in the dam. And then you get her to crawl through a vent and it'll open up a door. There's Slugbuster sitting on a table. You can grab it. It's got the anti-armor legendary effect with Lucky and also Weightless along with it. And I think it's got an additional 20% less AP cost per shot as well, which is not listed here. But that information is, well, I don't even know if that's real anymore. So, you know, before they nerf our damage again, we'll get this one going just to see what it's like. But I've got more of a themed approach to the weapon today. So instead of Slugbuster, which is a dumb, stupid, and boring name, we're going to call this Shadow Lance. Do you remember XCOM 2? That's what the plasma guns for the Reapers were called. So we've got a reflex sight on this. As standard, it's got the same barrel and stock, but I've swapped the capacitor out for a calibrated version, and I've swapped the medium reflex, the medium scope with the night vision. It's got that as standard. I swapped that for a reflex sight, so slightly better. We can pretend that's a laser sight for crit damage, just like XCOM. Doing 44 and 43. I'm guessing that damage number of the energy is going to get a lot higher, but you'll note that I'm not playing on the usual tune here. If we go here, we're actually playing as Harley. Yay, it's Harley. Remember her? Probably not. She's like my neglected one. She barely ever gets out, but we've been power leveling her. I've managed to salvage a whole bunch of legendary perks here, so we're pretty much running what we would with the other one that I use for rifles. But the reason why I'm not using the usual one that I use is because you actually can't drop this. Can't drop it. Is it going to even let me drop it? It won't even let me drop it. If I clear the item name, I can't drop it. It tells me this thing will destroy itself if you drop it. So, yeah, it's soulbound, which is bizarre. I guess they're worried about people duplicating Shadow Lances, right? So, we'll apply some perks. We'll try to get this damage a little bit better, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. And big surprise, we're going Nerd Rage and Bloodied. Long shot is cool, but we don't have a scope, so they can go away. And we can apply these rifleman perks, and I wouldn't normally do this, but I've dropped ground pounder today because for a semi-automatic weapon, for a rifleman weapon, you're gonna get plus 20% accuracy when you go for, you know, focus firing instead of the standard like 4% you get with automatics, because it'd be overpowered that way, wouldn't it? And yeah, we get a full 20%, so 2-3 headshots, or maybe like 2 or 3, and then pretty much guaranteed hits, which is good because crits are nice. And we've also got Bloody Mess here. We've got Grim Reaper's Sprint because XCOM Reapers. I wish I could put more on that, but everything else sort of takes precedence over it. Serendipity we're going to be probably relying on a little bit. We have offset that with a little bit more endurance than usual, and I've also got the exploration team for slightly more endurance. So our stats aren't looking terrible at the moment. I'm going to have to reapply all of these serums because I originally ate all of those pre-going on and eating all of the perks and stuff for legendary perks. Now we're doing 65 and 75, so that 75 energy damage is going to be hitting a lot harder, so we should see some pretty decent damage out of it. Just, you know, thinking, just initial thoughts. I haven't actually shown anything with this thing yet, so let's see if I eat my words. Okay, so standing in my newly renovated house that I think I did on a live stream, and we're at Nerd Rage now. 34 luck, that'll be enough to get a crit every other shot. 41 agility gives us a bunch of derived AP from that, and a bunch of extra perception for that accuracy. And now we're doing 86 and 105. Obviously this thing is not bloodied, but we still get the benefits out of Nerd Rage. And also adrenal reaction with those as well. So yeah, we should be hitting nice and hard with this thing. It's going to be like a little baby plasma caster. Okay, so we'll start this off with a little bit of range, and I know that it's like daylight right now, but that's okay. The Reapers are super stealthy and stuff, and we can hit from a long way out, and we're still firing. We get 2 whole mags through with this before we have to mean, we broke the VATS lock on there, but we can snipe from ages away. Look at that! That's brilliant. Now, if only crits were guaranteed hits these days, they nerfed that, and I'm pretty sure that was intentional. I don't know. That could be. Bethesda like ruining our fun like that. Now, I am in danger at this point, but I've got a weapon with plenty of range. That's 1,000 damage on that crit headshot. 1,500 on that one. Yep, like I said, little babby plasma caster. Shadowland's doing super well. See, I think maybe if we were doing this in XCOM, we'd have the laser sight for that extra crit damage, right? Or maybe crit chance. Actually, the Vector rifles, the Temnotic rifles, and the Shadowlands all have, like, big crit multipliers on them. So, you know, it works out. Now we're doing 103, 131 with Adrenaline? Yeah, I got that at 60. Well, it's not that good. It actually is that good, though. Alright, so it appears that this thing is actually quite effective at stealth. And speaking of stealth, that's kind of been making the news recently in Fallout 76 because well, the thing is, everyone's been saying that they've nerfed it on the PTS. It's not as effective as it once was, right? Well, the thing about that is that, yes, they've made it less effective, but it wasn't intentional. They actually broke suppressors. The Bethesda developers broke suppressors. They busted them. The suppressors aren't making the weapon silent anymore, so yeah, good job. So it's probably a change that'll stay. And they put it in the PTS. I don't know, maybe they like the changes. Who knows? We'll find out soon. We're on a roller coaster with this game. You don't know what's coming up, and maybe that's a good thing, because if you did, then you'd be thinking, well, I'm gonna play something else. You gotta roll with the punches here. Most of the time, it's annoying. Look, a lot of games don't frustrate me like this game does. Like, even missing a 92% shot on XCOM, I'm just like, well, bloody hell, Winter, you shouldn't have blew that shot. That was an easy one, and you choked. But if a bug happens in this game, it's like, fuck this dog shit fucking pile of a game, basically. I don't know, my attitude towards this game is far less forgiving because, well, it's Fallout 76. I've had to put up with a lot of shit. Anyways, back to the guns. Good. I've got a problem with ammo capacity, though. 9 in a magazine isn't quite enough. I have to kind of play this slow. The rate of fire on this thing is actually quite good, and if should we run into a guy with an automatic rifle, we don't get any serendipity rolls, then we're going to be in trouble. Oh no, you're stuck in a wall there. Sometimes the bugs are on your side. Most of the time, they're not. And, interestingly, I've probably made a lot of goo piles here just because most of the damage coming from the crits was enough to wipe them out, so better nerf it. But, yep, here we go. Neglected one of my angels, and now she's gone off with the Reapers. Okay, so full broad daylight, gonna get swarmed by the Lost. Ah, she'll be right, mate, she'll be right. We'll see how we go, and we just gotta make sure we don't get cornered here, so we won't go running into any places that might cause us trouble. So over the counter or whatever, not good. So this thing is loud and proud. We should have no trouble waking a lot of them up, and if we do, I'm going to go over here whilst I'm covering my reload. We'll throw a claymore in. Yes, that's what it is, not a plasma grenade. Actually, they don't explode like plasma grenades. You can make them stronger. Big radius, big radius. Alright, that one goes down, and now we'll top up the magazine. That extra one shot might save our lives. I looted the cartridges myself. True story. And I'm going to stand in the corner and shoot him. A little bit of a 95% whiff. Don't know if that was a critical I got there. And maybe I could do some aiming without VATS. That was a bad idea, wasn't it? Missed both so far. Strike rate severely limited without use of VATS. That's why I use it. I'm lazy. Anyways, we'll keep going. Also, it's more efficient this way. Hang on. Is there something outside? Yeah, maybe. It's alright. We'll activate a bit of gun through here. Get some sneaky kills just so I can show you I can do it. 343. Is that a Halo reference? It might be. Time to go. Gotta get those headshots, then you get your turn refunded. You go again. Unfortunately, we haven't got the between the eyes thing activated. We've got to put that on the wildcard deck so it's there forever. On the spokesman's deck. That's good. Nothing to see here, and we'll keep on sneaking. And did I just... Oh, something hit me. I thought I just got damaged by my own bloody explosions there. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? A whole lot of people won't be using that perk anymore, and now I can't even see through that. I'm gonna pretend that I throw a homing mine on all of the things that explode when I kill them. That makes sense, right? We're using VATS for the rest of the video. I don't even care anymore. There we go. Look, one-shot kill, it hit anyway. See? When I play Battlefield, it sharpens me up because I've got to use my reflexes and my aim and everything, but I play Fallout 76 full brain-dead lazy mode. That's why I play it for so long when I'm streaming, because I just don't use my brain. Hey, look, all the lighting's weird now. Alright, so, gonna snipe now a little bit more in its effective comfort zone range, unless they're standing behind wood, which plasma can't penetrate. I guess that's why they're using plywood as armor these days, body armor. Wouldn't be too good against bullets, but it'll stop plasma in its tracks. Really, like, it must be properly, like, I don't know, plasma that's not that hot. Like, probably wouldn't even boil water plasma if I shot at a glass of water. Wouldn't break the glass, wouldn't boil the water either. You might shoot a kettle a few times to make your coffee in the morning, and that's how you use these things. Take this one. Yay, dead. Mistimed that a little bit. We'll top up Nerd Rage here because I think I'm slightly out of it. Alright, let's go. Crab soup. There we cooked with plasma. Gonna scoop some meat out of the plasma. Whatever. That's some good work, concentrated fire. Can just sit right up here. Excuse me? You got something to say to me, say it to me face. Oh wait, you ain't climbing up on this roof, are ya? I kinda hope we never see anything like Marsupial ever again. I understand that it works well with this map, which is just a bunch of hills and cliffs, but no. It just breaks the game. It gives flight abilities, give them endgame jetpack playstyles, you know, so you earn it rather than, you know, just having extra jumps and no gravity. Here's a fun thing with the high jumps and then the slower falling with bird bones, right? It's got a similar low gravity system to the pre-sequel, which is a lot like Borderlands 2, but basically inferior in every way, much like this is to Fallout 4. Bit of trivia for you. Hopefully that trend doesn't continue with the next Fallout game, because Borderlands 3, I barely lasted a playthrough with that. Let's move on. We'll snipe some Scorch Beasts. It's gonna be unreal. You know what's fun, but also sucks about basically any Fallout 76 video I make? A lot of the comments I get are just really... I don't want to say dumb, but they're just like, I've got X weapon and it's good. It's like, okay, good for you. Is that relevant? A lot of gear flexes going around, and I hate to break it to you, but not a lot of people really care about what kind of gear you're running with. Sure, you might say, hey, that's a pretty cool thing, but come on, we're out in the real world here, reading these comments. I don't care. Also, here's another thing, like, a lot of stupid comments I don't actually get on my Fallout 4 videos. I know I get a lot less comments on those things, but a whole lot of less stupid things are said on those things. And also, the Fallout 4 comments don't fucking complain about playstyles and shit. You'll find that Fallout 76 players, they don't like it if you post a video at low health. They don't like other players playing the game they want to be played. They want everything to be played their way. I say do whatever you want. Bring your cringe guns into Scorched Earth. See if I care. I'm half-assing it anyway. So, I know that generally these people don't watch this for long, so I don't think they'll notice when I'm talking about them. They won't find. But right now, this thing's kind of doing super well. It's got a whole bunch of damage to it. It fires a lot quicker than... Excuse me, mate. fires a lot quicker than a plasma caster, so it's basically like a plasma caster, but lighter and slightly higher on the DPS, but doesn't hit quite as hard, which I guess makes sense because it's a smaller thing and hasn't got big plasma capacitors. Give me a Scorch Beast. No, must have gone too close to the fissure site before we popped the other one out of the sky. I think you get the point anyway. I think it would have taken him out before the dude even took off. And yeah, the Slug Buster is decent. It's actually quite good. I can't remember whether... I mean, what do the settlers give you? Do they give you anything unique? Look, I can't even remember. If there's something, then maybe. I usually would say back the settlers if you're a shotgunner strength character, because their bullion reputation reward is a lot better. And now that we're not in such close quarters against ghouls, we can jump wrong scenery and break their pathing. We seem to be having a little bit more success, but it's been a fun weapon to use. But would I daily this thing? Well, honestly, it's not terrible. It is like using a plasma caster. It'll be fairly efficient on ammo, provided you can keep the 3 materials you need for it to craft the ammo up and running, which is lead, plastic, and copper, I believe, which forms plasma somehow. I think I dropped something. I was looking at my weapon menu. It's like being spawn killed. I think you get the point. It's a good weapon. Hardly needs to... How much endurance... We've got a decent amount of endurance. We keep getting one-shotted. Maybe I need to put some training wheel perks on, like blocker, because that's what's killing me. Also, I'm close to a level up, so I'm going to go around killing stuff, and I'll get that score out the way. It's alright. Thanks for watching.